I've just finished my 3rd week on the Lion diet, where I am only eating red meat since it is the only food that has no known allergens, and I'm only seasoning it with salt and of course drinking plenty of water. I'm doing this diet to improve my health, to fix my gut because I've been having gut issues for a very long time, at least several years. Some of it I wasn't always aware of, but definitely it's been quite a long journey, and some of that might have been from my excessive dieting and damaging my body from going to extreme measures to try to lose weight and get in shape. I think my story is about the same as most people's. I have noticed some improvements. This is my 3rd week that I've been doing this. Last month, I, for the first time, was experiencing a hormonal issue. Part of what encouraged me to do this diet again, I was bleeding in between my period. I was bleeding for 2 weeks straight, and that has never happened before. I also got my period a week early. So first I was bleeding for 2 weeks, then my period came after that, and it was honestly, I didn't even know if it was my period because I'd already been bleeding, but then it was confirmed to me. I've been supplementing with iodine while I've been doing this since we cannot get enough iodine out of our current diets just because the soil has been so damaged and whatnot, and since I'm not eating fish on this diet right now, I want to make sure I'm getting plenty of that. The hormonal issue this month, I can safely say, is gone. I've had no bleeding. My hormones seem to be improving. Of course, there's still some work that needs to be done. I'm not gonna expect to heal just in a few weeks all the way. So I'm not having that hormonal issue, and things are getting better and progressing. My mom does have thyroid issues, so I wouldn't be surprised if I am susceptible to it. I'm just doing everything I can to try to avoid developing anything further. And part of me feels like maybe that was from going back and forth from being in ketosis and not like fluctuating a lot, and maybe it was just extra stressful on my body. Second thing, I have a lot less inflammation in my body. Even compared to last week, it has gone down a lot. I have always had a lot of pain, especially in my back, and a lot of the swelling, and my husband would massage me a lot and crack my back. That has improved drastically. He's noticed even from last week and the week before that, my inflammation is way down. I'm not nearly as puffy, and my body is really changing very drastically. That'll go into the 3rd thing. My weight has not changed, but I'm not worried about that. It's fluctuating between 156 and 158, but I know that's totally normal. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going as much by the scale. I'm paying attention to how I look, and I can see my body is just changing so much. Just overall, very much. A lot less puffiness. My face has even gone down a lot in the puffiness that I was experiencing. So I have been just noticing so many improvements this whole time. It's been so wonderful for me, and when I start reintroducing foods, I'll really be able to discern which ones are causing what to happen, because I'm getting my body to a point of baseline to where I can really see, okay, if I add this one thing, how's my body reacting to it? If I start getting puffy and inflamed again, I'll know my body is reacting to this in some way, and then I'll tweak things based on that, because at this point, I'm about prioritizing my health. By going on this diet, I wanted to eliminate all factors of things that my body might not be tolerating. Red meat is the only thing that has no known allergens to other people. The only issues people might have from that has to do with histamines from the aging of the meat. As far as I can tell, I don't seem to have problems with that. I've never had unaged beef, so if it would make me feel better, amazing, but I definitely don't have access to that where I am in Japan right now. I'm not worried about that, and so far I'm seeing a lot of improvements, and my body is changing a lot, and I'm noticing so much healing. I've noticed that I have been waking up hungry. That has been the case this whole time, which wasn't normal when I was doing keto. I would wake up and I could go several hours before eating. Part of it might have been because I would start my day with coffee on an empty stomach, and that usually would hold me over for a long time. I've been waking up hungry and I'm trying to listen to my body, so I'm definitely making sure to eat. And on that subject, I've noticed my appetite has gone way up. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with my cycle or if my body's just adapting more and wanting more, but when I first started this, I was getting full on a lot less food and now just feel like a bottomless pit. So I've been eating to satiety and just trying to feed that. I'm including lots of fat. Definitely trying to make sure I get plenty of fat. Last time I had a harder time with the fat because I wasn't fully adapted to it, and now I find myself craving it and wanting it all the time, and so I try and have as much as I can get in a meal in a day. But I will say I have only had 4 bowel movements in the last 3 weeks. Now, I know that there's been a lot of damage done to my intestines and it's not just going to heal so quickly, so I'm giving it a chance. I especially don't want to have to depend on Senna-T just to go to the bathroom, so I haven't been doing anything and just seeing what happens. Of course, I'm making sure I'm getting plenty of salt and plenty of fat. Other than that, I'm trying to just give my body a chance. It needs to go through a lot of healing, and I'm sure it still has plenty of work to do. I've had years of intestinal problems, so I know it's not going to go away so quickly. I'm just hoping to see some changes chug along because I don't want to keep dealing with this chronic constipation. It has been a long time coming and I want to see it heal. I don't know what the issue is, and right now in Japan there's a language barrier, so it would be hard for me to even see a doctor about this. If things get too serious, you know, I will. A few months ago I did go to the hospital because I was having such bad pain, and they told me, like, it was an insane amount of pain. It's hard to explain. I have a high pain tolerance, but it was very sharp. I couldn't even sit up or stand up without it hurting. It was very hard to move, especially standing up straight. I had to kind of lean. It was really excruciating. And we went to the hospital and they told me I was just constipated, and I've never felt a pain that bad from constipation. That was very extreme. And so I started tweaking my diet after that and just trying to see what happened. Now, the last time I did the Lion diet and beef, butter, and bacon and eggs, when I reintroduced dairy, I started becoming more regular and I wasn't having as many issues with that. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. But that definitely helped me be able to go. So I'm interested to see if maybe things will change as I reintroduce more foods, and maybe I'll have more motility, gut motility going on. I don't know. It's not ideal, but I know it's going to take time to heal, so I'm not going to say it's anything about the diet right now. I know meat takes longer to move through your system, but I haven't heard of anyone on this diet who has so infrequent bowel movements. Most people are able to have some, like at least a few in a week. I have recently been feeling a little more symptoms of constipation. I've been feeling backed up and my stomach has been making some noises. So I know that there's still some stuff going on in there and it's going to take time to heal, so I'm just going to keep my eye on it. But I wanted to let you know that there hasn't been a whole lot of improvement in the form of my gut yet. We'll see what happens. Some people, it was after the first month they started seeing more improvement, so we'll see what happens. I will definitely keep you updated because that is the main thing that I want to heal. My weight loss is a perk and I definitely want to get my body into a healthy state, but my main focus is my health and getting that in check. And the gut does affect every single system in the body, and I know that that is the center of my issues with every other symptom and problem that I have. Healing my gut is the main priority because that is going to have the domino effect of healing everything else. That's it for week 3. Not very much has changed. We'll see if there are any changes between now and week 4, and also I will be putting progress photos in my week 4 update to show from before, like right before I took pictures the day before I started, and then I'll take pictures at week 4 and show the difference in just a month of eating this way, so that you can get a good idea of the changes that could happen, especially if you're looking to lose weight or shape your body out or just get healthier, because a lot of the weight loss can also be inflammation weight and water weight and junky weight that you don't need. I'll be showing you that in week 4. Stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for following along my journey, and I look forward to seeing you next time.